G'day guys, welcome to another Thursday afternoon at the Funkyard. Today I'll be introducing a new record that I just purchased, well a 50-year-old record that I just purchased, a new beer that I haven't tried. I had a sip but I haven't had the full beer yet, so I'm going to be enjoying that. But first I wanted to talk to you about something that occurred yesterday. I was supporting somebody in their Braille, teaching them Braille. This is something that I'm learning at the same time, but yeah, I'm able to support this person to learn Braille, and they were going through a page that I'd selected, just a random page, and they were going through these words, these sentences that I'd chosen out, and I just noticed they were getting stuck on letters that they'd done before quite easily. And I've been experimenting with this person a couple of times, just in terms of supporting their particular type of learning. Initially, I didn't know what that was, so it's my job to kind of understand who they are, how they learn. We're all different. And I just noticed, yeah, he was slowing down quite a bit. And I asked him, I said, look, speed things up, just back yourself and just go for it. Try it a bit faster, mate. And the results were fantastic. And this is something that I've been piecing together over some time, just learning or understanding how this guy learns. And I said to him that what I think was happening was due to what I know of some of the experiences he's had in the education system. Excuse me, I'll spit that out. The education system doesn't necessarily, cater to everybody. You know, we have these teachers, with honourable intentions, no doubt. They come through the system and they're given a certain way of teaching, and that doesn't necessarily suit everybody, every student. It might suit a large cohort, but some people fall through the cracks. And I think if you're not one of those, you know somebody who has experienced that in school. So yeah, he's had this experience where he hasn't necessarily had a teacher that kind of has identified that he needs to learn things slightly differently. So they haven't necessarily tried to find out how this person learns. So the effect of that on him has been that he second guesses himself. Now this is a condition that happens to a lot of us. We go through a system and we don't quite fit that system, so we start to second guess ourselves, and it becomes a real stumbling block in life, in terms of learning other things, because we might be learning something and then there's this part of our brain that we switch to, and it doesn't necessarily work in our favor. So that's what was happening for this guy, and I'm not, I don't want to say that, the teachers that he's had were necessarily terrible teachers. I'm just saying that this guy didn't quite suit the way he was being taught in certain lessons. So the effect of that is a little stumbling block that he's picked up along the way. And now as we grow up, we're taking things that are there at the time, and those things get us through, and I get it. That's what we do. That's what life is. So that's what he's done. Is it necessarily working in his favor now? No, it's not. So I was able to identify that, if he cuts out the middleman, cuts out that part of his brain that comes in and kind of takes over, roadblocks this other part of his brain that should be focusing on this task at hand. If he can shut that up, then he's just using the part of his brain that he should be using. So that's a great example to all of us, and it was a great discovery for us, a breakthrough in terms of my support of him and his continued learning. So really exciting times. So I just wanted to talk to you guys about that, and hopefully you guys can relate to that, because I know there's a lot of us, and I certainly used to say this about myself, I'm not that type of guy, or, I'm not good at that, or when maybe we should start thinking about some of those roadblocks that have been set up, particularly in our developmental years, that are preventing us from learning things that, you know, we have every right to learn, you know. Square peg round hole scenario. So yeah, the world really is our oyster. I guess, you know, this world should cater to everybody, you know, and it doesn't, unfortunately. So particularly as a support worker, my job is to allow these people to fit in, you know, and to find their thing, and to maybe help them detach away from these life lessons that have worked against them. So anyway, hopefully some of you connect to that. And if you're supporting somebody, or if you have a person in your family, particularly a child that is experiencing some learning difficulties, think outside the box, you know, pay attention to them and go, okay, well, if this isn't working, let's try something else. And if that doesn't work, we'll try something else. We're all different, guys. And we all pick up these stumbling blocks along the way. And we should try and deal with them, you know, and, you know, free ourselves. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that little rant of mine. Today, I'm going to introduce you to a beer. It's called the Unifier, Rolling Stone, in conjunction with Young Henry's. They're not sponsoring me. I'm not receiving any money from this, but I'm going to have some of this, and I hope you enjoy an album that I picked up recently. It's 50 years old. It's Black Sabbath. I hope you enjoy my pick. Can't remember which song I'm playing, but I'll show you in the video anyway. But anyway, all the best for your week. Lots of love. Cheers. It's not bad, George. The Wizard.